everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. It's great to have you here. Today I'm going to be talking about the Our Place pots and pans. They are all the rave and have been for like probably over a year or so. But I wanted to do a review because my sister got them. When I say them, we got the pot and the pan for Christmas for us. And so I'm so thankful for her for kind of spending that money because they are quite expensive. So I wanted to just do a review on it because I have been using them now for, like I said, probably since right before Christmas. So almost 2 months now. And I'm sure you guys would all know kind of what it's about. And really they're just supposed to be like the all-in-one pan or pot that you're able to do a whole bunch of different stuff with. So let's just get started with it. I don't know even where to start really. There's just, yeah, I've had a very overall good experience with them. So one thing that I thought was really, really cool about it was the color options. Now, if you see online, there's just a lot of colors. However, a lot of them are not always in stock. So keep that in mind. If there's a specific color you want, you're definitely gonna have to wait for it or sign up for their emails. I have seen that they'll update people when things come in. So for myself and my husband though, we chose our pot color because my sister ended up wanting to do it while we were there in Canada. And so I don't know. I was trying to think about like what color did I want because there were a lot of really cool colors. We ended up going with like the sage green. Now, I really like this color because I feel like it's just classic and it will, I don't know. I feel like it'll just like last forever. I don't think it'll ever go out of style. So that's why I chose it. And then I also got the matching pot. This is a newer item from them. And I also got that in sage green. You can mix and match, things like that, but I'm kind of very like type A. So I need things to match and to look good. But this green color, it just reminds me of like my grandma, and like she just always had like green stuff, random sage green stuff. So it's very earthy. I don't know. So there are really cool colors on there, but they are can be very pricey and very limited. So overall, these are viral because I think they're just that all-in-one non-stick pan. When I say all-in-one, it's because they have different cooking options, I guess. You can steam, obviously you can boil, you can fry, you can roast chickens now in this big pot. You can steam, like, I guess it's still steaming, but like dumplings. They have like these bamboo dumpling things that go on top of your pan. So there's just different options for it. So the packaging came, it was great. No issues with it other than my shipment was delayed. So my sister was getting emails just saying like, we're not sure when we're gonna have it. I don't know if it's because they ran out of the green or like what the deal was. But we bought it back in like November, like Thanksgiving time. And then it didn't show up until like a few days before Christmas. But I have them now. We've been using them for almost 2 months now, and it has been a pretty good experience. So let me just talk about the pans and the pot really quickly, just so you can kind of see what's going on. So this is what it looks like, and it comes with the little, I don't want to call it a spoon. I really don't, spatula, a wooden spatula maybe. And it holds right here in this little, there's this little lip right here, little notch. You kind of just sit in there. So it just holds really nicely in the pan. So inside is gray, at least on my green one. I don't know if there's other colors. This weight to these are actually very, very, I wouldn't say heavy in a bad way. It's a good thing. It's not super light, but I feel like they're not flimsy either. So that's very nice. So yeah, here's like the little spatula. And then all of them come with this little steaming basket. So that's what this is. And we actually have used this several times. I put a lot of my vegetables in here. Really, really enjoyed it. And then inside is like the non-stick. and it is just really good quality. This handle right here is what a lot of people talk about. This does heat up, so you're not gonna be able to grab it. Don't do that. But there's also two like spout ends. If you can see like the little notches, there's one right here and one right here, so you can pour stuff out. And then on the lid, there is like the cutout area right in there for your spoon or spatula, but also to pour things out. And now after 2 months of using it, this is what my pan looks like. All you can see here is just a little bit of burning. And you know, it's probably from my fault, let's be honest. I just probably don't clean my stovetop enough. But I would say other than that, I don't see any staining on my green or anything like that. The only thing I just started recognizing, but I can't tell if it was like this already or not, is there is starting to be like a little bit of chipping right in this area. So I don't know if it came like that or not, but I do like the thickness and the depth of this. I feel like we're able to do a lot. I have actually even boiled pasta in here and put the pasta in the basket, so later I didn't have to actually use a strainer or anything like that. So I have really enjoyed that aspect of it. Okay, and then each box also comes with this scrub. It's an all natural scrub. I haven't used it. I kind of already had some, but that's like not a bad idea to have. I haven't had any scratching or anything with mine, which is awesome. Okay, so now to the big pot. This is a newer item, and so I wasn't really sure when my sister and I were talking about it. She's like, you can get both. They were having a sale or whatever, but I was like, do I need both? You know, so on and so forth. And I was like, okay, we probably will use the pot. The pot is so much bigger than I thought it would be. It is just ginormous, literally like bigger than my head, which is fantastic, I guess. Again, it's really heavy. It has the same gray interior. It has like a steaming side and this little lip on the edge. And then it comes with this, it's supposed to be like a chicken roaster. So this goes into the bottom, and somehow I guess you're supposed to cook a whole chicken in this pot. Probably sure there's other things you can do with this. I haven't used this yet, so I don't know and cannot review this. But it comes with each of these pots, so keep that in mind. And then this is what the pot looks like. It is huge, as you can see. And after using this 2 months, I keep both of these on my stove now, and it's literally the only pots I ever use. And as you can see, there's no discoloration or anything like that. And only on this one, a little bit on the bottom for the browning, but not too much. Overall, I would just say, just like anything, just clean it, you know, clean it after you use it. The most or the longest I have gone without cleaning these is like the next morning. But with them being super duper non-sticky, what do you call it? Non-stick coating or whatever, even the next morning I haven't had any issues cleaning it. And then it comes with the spoon, and it has these notches in the back to just lay on the side, and this is what that kind of looks like, just like that. I don't really like that design as much as I like the other one, just because this would drip, and it does drip all over when you leave it on there resting. So okay, so now you've seen my pots and kind of like what they look like, how they function, and things like that. Let's get into some of the pros and cons. So the pros, they are non-stick. I generally do use a little bit of oil on a lot of my stuff for flavor, but then also because of the non-stick and to get kind of a little bit of a fry on it. So yeah, I feel like the non-stick, even with the oil, it's obviously everything just slides right out. Without the oil, as you can see, I have some videos throughout this review, but I haven't had any issues. I even made like a berry compote for the first time to put on a cheesecake, and that's just literally berries and sugar. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what if like the sugar just grabs onto everything? And I just took a picture of it, as you can see, and like it was like the easiest cleaning experience. I literally ran it under water and I barely had to even scrub it. So the non-stick part of it really has been fantastic. And I have seen other people's reviews where they say like in several months or whatever, it starts to peel and things like that. I'm hoping that doesn't happen. So far, I haven't seen that on mine, but they are nonstick and they totally work for us. Now, another thing that I really appreciate, like could kiss these things every single time, are the fact that they are just so easy to clean. I've already talked about it briefly there, but so easy. So most of the time you can just run water under it and you'll just see everything just wash away. Obviously you need to scrub and use soap, but in general, you barely have to put any of your back into it. You don't have to let things sit in soapy water or anything like that. No, and I don't even have a dishwasher. So just literally rinsing it out is it's just awesome. I have really enjoyed using them, and that's why I do grab these every single time I cook now, because the cleaning is just so fast for me. Next, I would say I really do like the spoon resting places on each of these pots and pans. It really helps just with like no cross contamination and things like that. I think it's just unique, but yeah, I mean, it's just a cool idea. I think it's just handy to have. Another thing I really like were the awesome color selection. Like I said before, when they have them in stock, it's great. If you really like one, not so much. I really wanted to look at getting the terracotta one, I think it was called. It looks like terracotta. I just really love that color, the burnt orange color. But I settled with green. And when I say I settled, I'm actually really glad I got green. I'm just so happy it does. If there is like dirt or anything on them, it kind of hides it. But I don't know. I feel like the color choices are fantastic for pots and pans instead of just the boring like aluminum colors that everybody has. I would also say another good thing is they are, when comparing them to other ones, they are pretty lightweight. I am able, especially with this big pot right here, to literally pick this up and drain water out of it and things like that without struggling. So obviously with my gloves on, so I don't get burned, but I don't feel like I don't know how to explain it. They're heavy in a good way for quality, but not overly heavy where you're like struggling to like use one hand to balance the pan, right? So yeah, I don't know. I like the weight of them as well. They came in really good packaging. Like I said, it kind of explains, you know, how to use everything. They came in 2 separate boxes. So the packaging was good. And then I also love the size of both of these. So the size of both the pan and the pot are great. You can fit so much in there. They are my go-to pans right now. So some cons, the price. So when you're paying full price, when they're not on sale, very expensive. They're like $129 and then the pot's $169 or something like that. Very expensive. So I understand people's thinking because you could easily go get a whole set of pots. However, pots that I haven't found any nonstick sets that I would say really are this nonstick-y. They just work. I don't know. I am just so for the price, totally worth it. I have one pot now and one pan, and literally these are the only 2 things I use now. I don't even touch the other set that I got at Costco. Maybe sometimes if I really need an extra pan for something, but these are my go-to every single day now. And then I would say another con is they do sell out. I don't know, they come and go in waves. It's good to see that a lot of people are buying them. However, I don't know. You would think that they would have them in stock, especially because they have been so popular for like the last year and a half. But they're constantly being sold out. So especially during sales, keep an eye out. If you want one, look for their sales. My sister bought both of these for, I think it was like maybe $200 about. I think they were $99 each, which, I mean, the big pot alone is $169. So you're paying an extra $40 for the other pan. So look for the sales for sure. And then another con, the shipping was long. It just, like I said, took over a month to get here. So I don't know if they ran out of the green or what the deal was. But yes, the shipping was very long. So Cons though, overall, that's about it. Other than these spoons do get miscolored when you leave them. You get sort of yellow from something we were cooking, probably like a rice thing. They're just hard to clean, so I can see having to rebuy these. These are like 30 bucks on their website for, I think, I don't know, 1 or 2 spoons. So it is kind of expensive, but overall though, I would probably say this was like a real great Christmas present from my sister. So thanks, Leanne. We really appreciate these. Overall, they're my go-to pans. After 2 months of using them, I don't have any peeling from the non-stick. It's still sticking. There's no discoloration on my green stuff. I haven't had any issues with them at all. They are my favorite pans right now. I will probably come and do another review in like 6 months or a year. But right now, for the first 2 months, everything is just dandy with them. Love them so much. So if you have any questions, or if you have any yourself and have seen maybe some things I need to be aware of later on, please let me know down below. But thanks for checking out my video. Please subscribe if you feel like seeing more of these, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time.